Hello. I forgot to put lip stuff on before we started.
Oh, I thought I saw you do that out there. Well, they look very luscious. Hello, everybody. Welcome to He Said, She Said on this very hot day today. We're surprised that your face is staying on because it's very hot. And there's like no humidity either. It's like dry hot. Ugh.
It's kind of exciting. But I'm getting ready to go to Palm Springs right after this, so.
That's right.
I'm ready.
You're going to be spending some time in a pool. I'm going to be
spending some time at the rodeo grounds because it's the Hot Springs Rodeo. In Banning, where the fire is.
Lovely. So you'll be inhaling lots of smoke.
Well, supposedly, I guess the fire's on the other side of the freeway than where the rodeo.
From where the rodeo grounds are.
Yeah. And it would have like 8 lanes of freeway to jump.
Of course.
So I think we'll be okay.
But I think you're still going to get some of that.
What I'm concerned about is driving out there because it's right next to the freeway. So,
have you ever driven a freeway when there's been a fire going on?
Yeah.
Like the Alpine fire or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy.
I know. So I'm thinking about taking the back way.
Oh, yeah. I love the back way. It's so pretty.
Yeah, but it takes longer, and it's supposed to be very windy.
Yeah.
Like 60-mile-an-hour wind.
Up there with them 2 lanes.
God, I don't know.
And no guardrails and a drop-off.
Thank you.
We don't want to have to hear about you on the news.
I'm just saying.
Because we know you might get very upset behind somebody who's going 20 miles an hour.
Okay, I might just push them.
Shit.
They mean to go bye-bye.
Right. No, that's right. That's this weekend. How fantastic.
I know, so I'm leaving tonight.
But you're going to stay at your friend's house that you stay at?
Mike, yes.
And he has a pool, right?
He does. Well, yeah, there's a pool. It's a community pool.
in his little complex.
Which really is the best, because you don't have to clean it.
Totally. Why would
no one is ever there.
Right.
And when there have been people there, they've been hot. And I just found out, I'm not going to say anything. Well, yes, I am, because I doubt they watch. But I just found out that one of the people that lives next to him, who I've seen a couple of times, just kind of like at a distance, I haven't really paid that much attention to him. He is a former New York police officer.
Well.
And he's single.
And ready to mingle, maybe.
Well, I don't know. So I'm gonna put on my Daisy Dukes and wash the car while I'm there.
Fabulous. I want photos of that.
No.
Is your fabulous friend that you stay with, is he going to be there this weekend?
No.
Just you.
Just me. By myself.
Oh, you're not taking your hordes of girls with you?
No, I'm taking no one.
You're taking no one?
No one.
And what is the schedule for the weekend?
Well, because, I don't like, because when I go to the house, I like
to be by yourself. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We talked about that at breakfast when we went out.
Yes.
You love it because you're all by your lonesome.
Yes. Did you come over to the house?
No, Oh. You came over to Kevin's
I came over to your place, yes. All right.
What is the schedule for the weekend? What are you doing? I'm sure you have appearances and everything.
I don't really. Actually, I've asked a zillion times if they want me to do anything, and they keep saying no. So I actually might enjoy this rodeo. So I'm going to go to the rodeo, and then, of course, there's dances. There's a pool party tomorrow, which I probably will go to.
What's the host's?
Ivy Resort.
Oh, nice.
Which is almost within walking distance of the house.
Oh, sweet.
So that's excellent.
Right.
Means I can have fun at the pool party and then just walk home.
Right, and then you can go to Tool around Warm Sands.
The Tool Shed. Well, that's a cab ride.
That's a cab ride, yes.
That's cab ride.
But you can get out and walk, the resorts if you want to, and, just see who's hiding in the bushes.
Yeah, because I'm, so incognito that no one would know who I am.
Hey, it's at night. Wear a burqa.
Yeah, really, I wouldn't, yeah. Yeah. Okay, the last time I was there, I didn't even tell anybody I was there. Like, you know what I'm saying? And somebody, I guess, spotted me at the Vons. And then they put a thing on Facebook, I guess. They'll feel you spotting. So then I got 3 text messages, and they're like, "Bitch, are you in town?" And you didn't even tell us. I'm like,
well, sucks to be famous, baby.
So now I'm going to go to Vons here and take all my stuff. Well, now, because people know that I'm going to be in town, so it doesn't matter. But last time I was there, I didn't want anyone to know I was going to be in town.
Well, they probably are watching, and so now they're going to just play this. And
And everyone will know that I'm in town.
Right.
So I'll go to the tool shed this weekend because I got to see Big Dick Rick.
Yep.
So that'll be
Although Big Dick Rick's been down here a lot lately. So.
Well, he likes to come down on his days off.
Yeah, I've seen him. He was at the Hole on Sunday.
Right.
Love hanging out with him.
I know.
We love touching his bulbs.
He was at the thing on Monday. But he's going to be, the rodeo, it's a big weekend. So it'll...
Well, and it's gotten bigger in Palm Springs over the years, hasn't it?
Because it's a really great rodeo. It really is. It's really a fun,
it's so much
great rodeo.
Fun there, period.
Right.
When we were there for Pride last year, you introduced us to a lot of the rodeo people. And they were really fantastic.
Most of them are. There's a few exceptions. No, I'm just kidding.
We almost came back with some cowboy garb from the little booth that they had there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's fun. I have enough cowboy garb.
Yeah, no, you don't.
And the most exciting part is this year I get to go as a boy.
Oh, see? So is she going to stay in a bag?
So, well, she's going for Saturday night to go to the dance and stuff. But for the rodeo itself, I'm going to be all boy.
Yay. And your favorite place to go there is Diggs or Dinks? Dinks.
Well, Diggs is under new ownership.
Oh, okay.
And I go there because usually the rodeo does benefits and does stuff there, but they're not doing that this year.
Oh.
So, in fact, the dance is going to be like outside. It's going to be like under the stars. It's dancing under the stars.
Cool.
So,
and it's going to be perfect weather.
Yeah, it's going to be very nice. Yeah. And I don't think it's going to be that windy this year.
I hope not. I hope it's not going to be blazing fucking hot. Because it's supposed to be here this weekend.
Well, only until Saturday, and then it's supposed to drop another 15 degrees. Yes. And then by Monday, it's going to be raining again.
What the hell? Well, then there goes the banding fire. So.
Can we talk about my sinuses?
Well, good luck being out there in the desert. Oi, with sinuses?
The desert doesn't seem to bother me.
Oh, really?
It's here.
It's the first thing that happens to Donald as soon as we go out to Palm Springs. Sinuses.
Speaking of Donald, I hung out with him a lot this weekend.
Did you?
I did.
Oh, yes, because it was the big surf and turf.
It was the surf and turf. Well, then stop taking photos. You know I don't like them, so you know that's why I look away. And did we mention that Jay Turner lied to me just before we started the show? Liar. I love saying
What did he lie about?
He said that his mom liked my hair longer. And I said, I don't believe you. I'm going to call her and ask her. And as soon as I grabbed my phone, he's like, well, I believe that she might not. She probably does. I'm just thinking she probably does like it longer.
So, and by my mom, I meant me.
Big fat liar.
We both love your long hair, but we're letting you have your short hair.
Well, when you bitches wear long wigs, then we'll talk about it when it's 90 degrees outside.
Praise.
I'm just saying.
Now, back to Donald.
Jay Turner, I'm going to put him in drag on the hottest day of the year.
Oh, he'll do it if you'll take an SRO so he can get some dick.
Oh, I'll take an SRO. The hottest night of the year.
Hottest night of the year. So, mid to late August.
When he's still trying to look all glamorous. The foundation's all caking up. And yeah.
And the glue is not holding the eyelashes on.
Nothing sticks. Yeah, so it was the surf and turf bowl here for the flag football. It was very exciting.
Yes.
Very, very, very fun.
They had a whole weekend full of events, but they had 2 days of games out at
Noble Fields.
Right.
Out at beautiful fields. Beautiful fields. And it was very fun. There were lots of people there. There were teams from Phoenix and from Denver and LA.
And San Francisco.
And San Diego. And I think that's it.
Okay. And
there were some hotties.
Yes, there were. And we should say that the LA team is the one that actually won the bowl. One of the LA teams did.
Yes.
And
I thought it was San Francisco.
No, Donald told me it was Los Angeles. It was.
Donald wasn't even there for the championship game.
No, but he was there. He went apparently to the drink up, and, which of course he would go to that. I mean, why?
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look this
Please
up.
hold. I thought he said that it was the Los Angeles team that won.
I didn't think it was them.
It wouldn't be the first time that he was wrong. So. I didn't say that out
He
loud.
was working some boys, let me tell you. None of this is what I want.
He said that there was most of the hot guys
Yes.
were on the San Francisco on the San Francisco team. He said there was one team from Los Angeles that he said they all looked like a bunch of kind of young, like artist hipster.
Yeah, they were definitely not West Hollywood. The Hollywood teams were not West Hollywood.
Right.
They were not. But bless their hearts.
Bless their hearts.
They were very, very, very good. It was very fun. I don't even think Disney's going to tell me.
It doesn't even tell who the winners are. What the fuck?
I know. Well, you know, it's that football league.
Right. That's the football league. What do we expect?
Maybe if I find, and I did something here. I'm going to research it. I'm going to find it. Don't you worry.
You do that.
Don't you worry. I'm going to do some research. Yeah, so I did that. That was very fun.
And did you go out to any of the little parties and drink ups? I know
No,
they had
I did not.
the big party at 12:02.
I did not drink at all this weekend. I was very good. That is a big fat lie. I had a glass of wine.
That is a big fat lie.
Yes, I went to a friend of mine, Stephanie, had her birthday, and I went to her birthday party. And so I had a glass of wine at that.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Are you a red or a white girl?
I'm a red. I tried to do white, but I'm also a tacky red wine drinker.
Me too. Tacky red wine tastes the best.
Well, no, I mean, I put ice in mine.
Oh, sure. I drink mine from a box. So,
I don't do that.
well, they do have this one box that I think that I'm going to get you, and I bet you'd drink it. It's in a purse that looks like a very stylish purse that you can carry around. I posted it. I'll send it to you. I think that you'd probably get a kick out of it. But I have not been able to drink a lot of red wine because it gives me heartburn and acid reflux really bad. So I switched to white thanks to producer Jay, and I can drink bottles of white, but red is hard for me because I get.
So you do like white wine?
Yeah.
I don't like white wine.
It's just easier for me. And Donald says he can't drink the white because it gives him, he gets a hangover. Gives him a headache.
I see some reds will give me a little headache.
Most reds will do that to me as well. So.
Okay, you know what?
Don't they have a Facebook page?
That's what I'm looking for. All that I have found on here is
the Surf and Turf Bowl happened. I didn't even get to see our, did you get one of their little programs? I wanted to see our ad. How did our ad look?
I didn't get a program.
Of course. I did get a Bangarang shirt from Russ and our gang team.
And our gang was serving food out there, which was delicious.
Delicious. Was it tots or just sliders?
It was like little sub sandwiches.
Oh, cute.
They were in a basket, and they had potato chips. Got potato chips.
Oh, those are the homemade potato chips. Those are good.
No, these were in bags.
Oh, they were in bags?
Yeah.
That's a bummer. Well,
I forgot what I was doing here.
Whatever. Yeah, they did have that. They had the party at 12:02, and then.
Did you go to any of them?
I went to the Sunday after awards show because they were at Bourbon Street, and then they all apparently came to the Hole because they were all there.
Yeah.
All of them.
It's not like you went to an event.
No.
You just happened to be where they all showed up.
Well, I knew that that's where they were going because I was asked by several football people to go. Because they wanted to make sure that I was there.
You go to the Hole every Sunday, so you were just there.
I do not. Ask Joe. Or Jay. What's his name? Jay. I don't go. I go to the Hole maybe once a month on a Sunday.
I'm going to start looking at your check-ins.
You should.
If I can find the San Diego Flag Football on Facebook.
Well, my shit will be easy.
It shouldn't be this difficult to find what I'm looking for.
Let me see if I can pull it up quickly.
I can find everything else on here.
I know they had a page. It doesn't make sense that they wouldn't put the winners. What the fuck?
I know, it's very confusing. Turf and Surf Bowl. Nothing. You know what I can do? This is even quicker. I don't know why I am even trying to see, this is why I don't like Facebook. Because my phone gets me quicker results.
Surf and Turf Bowl.
Okay, does it say who won?
Greetings. It says, greetings, fans and players. The 7 teams photographed, working hard in some 37, blah, blah, blah,
That
blah,
means
blah,
no.
blah. Sorry for the late post. We've been recovering from the weekend. We want to thank all the cities to our injured.
Oh, there was
The LA Motion.
there was some serious injuries.
Your 2013 Surf and Turf champions, the
Oh
LA
yeah, there were some
Motion.
hotties on that team too. They were, but does that look like a West Hollywood crowd?
Not really.
No, it does not.
No. It looks more East LA.
They were not. They were not. I was. Yeah, it was pretty good.
He said that there was a gnarly finger break.
Yes, it was really gnarly. There were several. There were several good injuries.
And the whole time I'm sitting here going, you know, isn't this flag football? Isn't it supposed to be kind of...
Well, sometimes. Well, yes, but it's not like for 2-year-olds. I mean, hello, you're out there playing a sport.
I realize that, but
You know, you're catching the ball. You know, the ball can hit your finger wrong. That isn't what happened. But, you know, there are things that happen. You can go diving for the ball and you, like, hit the ground.
and get the...
There were several people that, you know, had some short injuries. You know, their shorts when they were pulling the flags.
Of course, sure.
Oops.
Oops. Were they bothering to wear any protective undergarments?
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
It was more about wearing cute underwear.
Which, to me, I think is on purpose.
It is flag football in the gay league.
You know they don't tie their shorts tight.
No, they do not. No, they're elastic.
Yeah, exactly.
Oops, what do you mean you pulled my shorts down? Yeah, I was
Well,
good.
and then the one cute dude who, when you were at 1202 doing the softball fundraiser thing for, was it Mona?
For Mona.
For Mona, right.
Oh, how sweet.
Oh, thank you.
So cute. God, I just want to breastfeed you.
I'll watch.
He's like 12.
So totally. The one who went first, who's the straight guy who plays on softball and on football. Cute guy, I can't remember his name. I want
I
to
don't
say
know, that
Matt.
was more than a month ago.
Well, I would
Did I
think-
sell him during the auction?
Yes.
Then I don't remember
You
him.
don't remember. He was the first one in the auction.
Yeah.
Anyways, he is. I look through the galleries the SD shooters do.
Yes.
Every week because I want to see what people are doing on the sidelines. I've caught Jay Turner doing some interesting. Yay! Yum, 5 o'clock shots. I have seen Jay Turner in some very interesting poses on the sidelines. But every photo that they have of him in the galleries, he has no shirt on. He's shirtless in
Who,
every
Jay?
single photo. No, the guy that I'm talking about. I don't remember his name. And he is a very, very nice to look at.
He is.
Yummy,
But
yummy,
he did
yummy,
not-
yummy.
But if I recall, he was not the highest seller that day.
No, he was not.
No,
he was the first seller.
There was a lot of yummy people to look at this weekend. A lot of yummy people.
They should be in the new calendar.
I'm just saying. Me and Donald a couple of times were like,
We'll see. I'm surprised you didn't go out to any of the drink ups. Could have got lucky.
yeah, no. No. But I did run into a friend. I don't want to say like who it was, you know, because he's not really, but he's been around for a long time. And I haven't seen him. Like, he lives over kind of near me, you know?
Okay.
And I know that he kind of watches the show sometimes, so he'll probably get this, and I'll probably get a text message from him. But I see him, like, at, you know, the Vaughn's over by my house every once in a while, but I've not seen him, like, in a bar or, like, at all, anywhere for a very, very long time. And he was out at the fields. And I was like, what are you doing here? And he's like, what are you doing here? And I'm like, well, I come and watch all the time. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And he's like, oh. So he had this kind of like look on his face like he was busted. And I'm like, well, you know what? And he goes, well, I might have like hooked up with someone that's playing, so I thought I would come out and be supportive.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh, that's very sweet of you. And he's like, well, he's just visiting from out of town. And I'm like, oh, that's sweet. So then that got me to thinking more that he's sitting in his little home, not going out to the bars, but he's all,
he's on Scruff and Jacked and Grinder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I definitely noticed last weekend that there were quite a few unfamiliar faces on Scruff.
And I enjoyed them.
Yes.
I enjoyed looking at them.
Yes, you did.
But I also, when I was out in Lakeside a lot, I was riding my horse a lot.
Love your horse.
I do.
Let's talk about Luna. All right, we should probably take a break because he's flashing that shit, and it's going on 25 minutes with no break. So we will come back and talk about other stuff. We'll be right back.
Dick.
He sure did. Oh, well, he better recognize.
You have been dictified.
He better recognize. Bitch. We're back. And we are
I enjoyed that commercial break.
I bet you did. We're going to talk about some things because apparently you have a list.
Oh!
You put out a call on Facebook. First time bitch gets on Facebook and puts something on Facebook.
And now
and 87 comments later.
And now I can't find it.
Just like she couldn't find Serpentine Bolt, now she got to go back to her page.
I'm trying to find it. Stay calm.
So
this is why I don't get on it.
We try to cover topics that are sometimes relevant and sometimes quirky, and we kind of had a blackout today, so we put a call out, and you got quite a few responses.
Yes, they are somewhere in the Facebook world.
There they are.
Oh, here. All right. So this is what we were, and I think that some of these we could touch on very fast.
Very quickly.
Some of them, whatever.
Let's run the list.
So I'm just going to say their first name, not their last name, whatever.
Okay.
You can find them on my Facebook thing. I won't be able to find them again, but you can find them.
Right.
So Travis said bacon.
Love it.
Love it. Yeah. On everything.
Yep.
In everything.
House is made of it.
Delicious.
Mm-hmm.
And I found that I like to go to Costco and buy the already prepared packaged bacon.
Hello, Mom.
Thank you. And I have them in my house, and I am ready for
Hello,
a good
Mom.
BLT, anything.
You are my mom.
Bacon dipped in a little mayonnaise.
I don't
Delicious.
care. I literally don't care what it is that Costco sells. If they sell it, my mom will buy it.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not that bad.
That's how addicted she is to Costco.
Do you go to Costco? Do you have a Costco card?
Well, Donald and I do, yes. We have a Costco card.
I got rid of mine because I don't really go that often. So I usually go with my mom when we go.
Right.
But I only get like 5 things there.
Well, five things there is about all we can fit in our fucking place because we have no storage.
Right. Well, that's why I got rid of it. But I get what do I get there? Bacon and mayonnaise because it's cheaper, and avocados. I think they have the best avocados. And I get roast beef.
Roast beef.
And that's basically it.
We mainly get like the like laundry detergent and dishwasher detergent and stuff like that.
Yeah, I
we
think
get
you
that
have
sort
the
of stuff.
best toilet paper in the world there.
That's the stuff that I love too, and those rolls are ginormous.
Yes.
And if there's only one of you using them, it takes you a year to go through this one.
I don't have room to store them in my house.
We don't really either.
So I buy them and then I take them to my mom's house. You know what I'm saying? And then, I go over and get a package like every other month.
Well, when my mom comes down, that's where she wants to go, take us to Costco shopping. What she wants to do is get all this shit for me, and she gets it home, and I'm like, Mom, I don't have anywhere to put this. Oh, well, I'll take half of it home. So she's really buying for her, not me.
Intelligent.
Yes.
Okay. Chris says gay sports and athletes, which we're going to talk about a little bit more. So we're not going to ignore that, but we're going to talk about.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, before we're coming. Daniel said twerking. We're going to talk about that too. Ben said Mother's Day. You're a little early. We'll do that next week.
Yeah.
And
they get their special
and
show.
Ben is not early for anything ever. One of these years, we really should get our moms to come on the show. My mom hasn't my mom been on the show?
Your mom has been to the show. She hasn't been on it.
Oh, she hasn't been on it?
Remember when we were down at the
Oh, that's right.
the theater?
Yes. When she was really she was
vocal.
She was the executive producer and the director that day.
Yes, she was.
Maybe we won't have her on the show. Fernando says the new Charger and his fake girlfriend. I think that Mateo, which I talked about last week, I think Mateo is going to be a huge thing for the Chargers. I mean, I'm a huge Charger fan. So I'm very excited to see him play, for one. And I heard that his girlfriend will be moving here shortly. So.
Yes, she will be. I will point out that 3 different people said that there was a Manti Te'o sighting at Daddy Starbucks this weekend, Saturday.
I have heard that.
Yeah.
Well, he has already moved
He is
here.
here. He's
That's why his
already
girlfriend's
arrived.
coming soon. They're just not quite sure of her arrival date.
Correct.
Okay, my question is this, because a lot of my friends, mainly my straight friends, which I think is very kind of interesting, not as much my gay friends. Well, I can't even say that, but I mean more of my straight friends. They all kind of want to know when he's going to come out, like if he's going to come out, like if he's gay,
Right. Oh, that's interesting.
and whatnot. I don't think that he is.
See, I don't think he is either.
For one, I just think that he is probably just I think he's probably just an easygoing guy, really. You know what I'm saying?
And
I don't know.
I think he's also perhaps a tad naive.
I think he's very naive. Yeah.
So, but
I think he's probably led a very sheltered life. But I think that he would really be fun to hang out with. If you want to hang out,
seriously,
call me.
Call us. We'll meet you at Daddy Starbucks.
And no, screw that. I'll be at the game. So
yes, she will be.
I will be at the games.
Meet me at Daddy Starbucks.
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
I'll buy you a latte.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were 3 different people that were tweeting that posting it this weekend.
Yeah.
We just saw Manti Te'o. He was with the girl. We're assuming it was his sister because they look alike.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be very interesting. I think he's going to be a great player, and they're already comparing him to Junior Seau.
She
So I don't know.
It makes sense.
That'll be good. Fernando, aka Fifi, she said who is taking RPDR, and then I responded RDPR.
Oh, RuPaul's Drag Race.
So clearly not me.
Clearly, yeah.
Is it still going on? Is it
the final? I don't even know. The only one I have not watched this season. I'll be honest, but the only one that I know that's on is Alaska Thunderfuck.
I have not.
Sharon Needles' girlfriend.
I have not watched any of them.
So I don't know.
No,
so
yeah.
Whoever wins.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think Fifi should go on that though.
I think there are a shit ton of girls in San Diego that should go on that.
I would not be one of them.
No, not you. I think that it is high time for Glitz to be on that.
I think she's tried out for it.
She has. She has 2 years in a row. She's done her videos, and it's time.
Yeah.
Because she could win.
And I might even watch that. Talk about underwear and swimsuits or the lack thereof.
Where? At Black's Beach? At pool parties?
That's all that Greg asked. So I guess we could, which we have talked about underwear until we're both nauseous.
Correct. I like tighty whities or none.
Right. And I like boxers.
Right.
Okay. All right, that was fun. Swimsuits. What kind of swimsuit do you wear?
I wear board shorts.
I do too.
Yeah.
What do you think about people that go to parties or because it is coming pool party season, that go to pool parties that are wearing inappropriate swimsuits?
Well, we attend pool parties where there is always the 2 or 3 guys that wear the very inappropriate swimsuits. And by inappropriate, I mean all around, like wrong for their body type, should not be that see-through. What do I think about them? I'm thinking that they are seeking attention in a way that's the way they're going to get
I'm thinking that they're so comfortable with themselves they don't give a fuck. No, I wear board shorts because most of my water outings are around a lot of straight people.
Correct.
So I could not show up in a thong.
Well, I wouldn't wear a thong because it's just not my style. First, I mean,
but it would be hot.
I think I've worn a Speedo once in my life.
Oh, I've worn Speedos. I wear Speedos when I tan.
Oh no, I tan naked.
Yeah, no, I don't. I like tan lines.
I do too, which is ironic that I tan naked.
Yeah, I don't
it's just
either.
I don't like fucking with underwear. It's like an extra layer. I don't need it. All right, go on.
So we go back to our earlier conversation before you all joined us today, and we were talking. Jay asked if we can need the fan on, and I said yes.
Duh. No, she said duh.
And I said, when you guys all start doing this, then we're going to talk. And then he ends out, it's just another layer. Let me give you layers.
Layers, right? Hey, honey, I'm feeling your pain too. I have a layer, as was pointed out.
You have a layer? What?
Today apparently is very layery. My facial layer that is not hair, but it is.
Do you have too much makeup on? Is that
I
what you're
think so,
saying?
probably. And the reason why I think I might have a little tad too much makeup on today is I can feel it on my face.
Oh, you should feel mine.
She can barely keep her head up. She's like a bobblehead.
Tony says, how come only schizophrenics can tickle themselves? Because they're blessed.
Is this a joke?
I have heard that before.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, is there a punchline that we're
No,
not? Okay.
I have heard that, but I don't know if it's true. Ian said how fabulous They Said cast is.
They're very fabulous when they show up.
I was going to say when they decide to do a show.
Right? When they're not sick. With shingles or chickenpox.
Or something.
Or
Lee?
drunk.
Lee said Bradley Manning. Who's Bradley Manning? That was my question. Is it something I'm missing?
WikiLeaks was asked to be the Pride Grand Marshal for San Francisco, and then they retracted it. He's the one who was in the military and exposed all the documents to WikiLeaks.
Don't know, don't care. Wendy said HRC Her Masquerade in San Diego, which HRC is doing that. HRC, actually that is someplace else on here. Oh shit, where's my page? HRC is doing, when I pull it up, we'll talk about it. We'll come back to that too. It's an event. That
Like a masquerade ball or something?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Bill Ash, this is a very good question. Why is Fantasia headlining Long Beach Pride after saying the gay is a sin? Okay, well, I have two comments to this. One, Fantasia, even though she thinks gay is a sin, is a hell of a lot higher and better entertainer than San Diego is getting, first. Secondly, I don't know much about that. I think that I know a lot of people at Long Beach Pride, and
I do know that whole situation. So here's what's going on with Long Beach Pride. We have said this many times.
Right.
The two prides that you go to see the entertainment are New York and Long Beach. They consistently have the best entertainment. Well, this year, the groups of entertainment that Long Beach is having are the finalists and winners from The Voice, the finalists and winners from The X Factor, and the finalists and winners from Idol. Fantasia being the primary headliner. Primary headliner because she has a album that dropped this week that is currently #1 on the Billboard charts. That is mainly why. Secondly, Fantasia and her team, when this all happened about a year ago, they released a statement saying that it was taken out of context.
Right.
She didn't really mean that. She loves her gay fans. Everybody that she worked with on The Color Purple was gay, and blah 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 blah. Stop trying to pick on me. Yada yada yada. I love you. I support you. You guys love my music. The end.
And I kind of feel that about her. I mean, I kind of, so I don't know. I mean,
yeah.
Like I said, I don't know much about it, but I know that I remember hearing that it was out of context.
It was about a tweet that she made in reference to gay marriage. That, let's be real, tweets, when you start trying to decipher tweets,
hell yeah.
So she didn't actually really say it, and she apologized profusely or whatever if it was taken out of context. Yeah. So she didn't say it. So
I'm going to Long Beach Pride anyway, so it doesn't matter.
There you go.
And if Fantasia really doesn't like gay people, she'll get strep throat like our headliner that we had last year and come out. You know, like she'll bow out.
Right.
So I'm going to say, no, don't even worry about it. Gay marriage passed in Rhode Island.
Yes, it did today.
I
state.
go back to what I've said all along, and where people don't, people are like, ooh, bitch. I don't fucking care about state gay marriage. I care about federal gay marriage.
Thank you.
So every state in the United States can pass it until it's federally recognized.
So this would be a good question then, because it's a conversation that I actually had with Dolores, Dr. Jacobs, who is the CEO
Who
of
I
our...
almost have committed to coming on the show.
who we both love very much
Yes.
and admire. She's one of the smartest women that I know. We were having a conversation last night.
Over wine, because
Well, we love our wine. We have 2 pending Supreme Court decisions, and we're trying to put a party together, or we're trying to put a something
I'm
together.
going to the Doma one.
That's where I was going.
I want more food.
Which one do you think is the most important to celebrate?
Doma.
That was the question. We were talking about that.
Which
and
one
many other
which
things.
one does she say?
She did not say. She asked me because she wants.
She's good. Like
she's soliciting opinions.
She's just like Chris Shaw here.
Yes.
They're all get you going, and then. Yeah.
Well, that's because she's fucking smart.
She's sneaky like that. She doesn't get away with it as much as I do because I'm on her. I'm just saying. Anyways, yeah, Doma is more important. But congratulations, Rhode Island. Go get married and whatever. Greg says PS Rodeo, Palm Springs Rodeo. We talked about it. Going to be there. Yay! Greg is one of the people when I said, anyway.
Okay.
No.
So he will be watching.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Greg, whenever I go anywhere, he's like, the last time I saw him, he like comes up and he goes, let me see your hands. And he goes, let me see that ring. Because I see it every week. It's so big.
It's so big.
Because I had to do a lot of shopping. Manuel, which this one I don't, okay, this was kind of my favorite at one point.
Okay.
Manuel says, how about being drugged up? Example, you're at the doctor's or the dentist, and you tell them they're hot and you want to fuck you. You want them to fuck you. The doctor replies, when you are feeling better. That was his response. I say you have some kinky role-playing fantasies, and we should talk off of the show.
Correct. That tend to surface when you're under morphine.
That sounds very hot.
Yes.
Yes.
What I want to know is, what does the doctor reply to you?
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be some good stories, and don't share them because we can make money.
Right.
Then Rick said Manuel wins. Obviously, Rick wants to try your fantasies too. I said I wasn't going to talk about these until the show. Rick said it doesn't matter. However, Manuel clearly wins. Jeff says, Jason Collins coming out, or people who can afford to work out at Fit but can't afford to buy their own drink at a bar. Enjoy. Oh, that's a good one.
And that's very specific.
That is.
I love you, Jeff Pratt.
So that's people that can afford to go and buy a gym membership, but then can't afford to go out and party.
Correct.
Prioritize.
Right.
Well, and I say that, sadly, the first thing that comes to my mind is this. You go to work out to be good looking and to have, you know what I'm saying? And then you want to be appreciated for that. And if people buying you drinks is their way to show their appreciation for the working out, well then your Fit membership has paid off because people are buying you.
Right.
They are interested in you.
Here's my budget. And it means either Fit membership and no drinks, or drinks and no Fit membership. If I'm hot with a Fit membership, I can get my drinks for free. To me, smart.
Yes. Yeah.
Smart.
It's like eyelashes or a pair of shoes. I always go for the shoes. Yeah, no, that's kind of what I think. I mean, I think it's kind of like clothes.
Right. I mean, trust me, I know mooch friends. I have mooch friends who have for years done nothing but come to bars to mooch off of people to have they butter them up so they'll buy them cocktails and continue to buy them cocktails, and they'll go out having $10 in their pocket, and they'll leave with $10 in their pocket.
Right.
And to me, there is an art to that.
Yeah.
There is some serious smarts and art to that. Now, I am totally sick to their game. I know what they're playing. I'm not the one that's buying them drinks. But if someone else is doing it, hey,
Yeah.
good on you.
What I'd say, Manuel says, Manuel has responded. He said that he's having eye surgery tomorrow and he has to go see the doctor. That he said that too. Oh, there's a... Oh.
Well,
so Manuel was drugged up and he said something to his doctor.
I want you to fuck my hole.
Ooh.
And now he has to go back.
And see him.
Lovely. You should bring flowers.
Would you even bring it up?
No.
I wouldn't bring it up either. What would you say if the doctor then says something?
I would not say anything. I would be like...
So if you said that to me and I was your doctor, and then you come back in and I would check you out, and you don't want to say anything, and I'm like, oh, and by the way, your little comment, would you...
Oh, well, then I would say, well, you must have administered too much drugs to me because I don't even remember.
See, I don't know if I would say that, because what if the doctor then really kind of wants to ask you out? So I'd be like... he said that he likes the doctor because he's hot? Well, he didn't say that he liked the doctor. He said he said the doctor.
Then it would depend.
But if he said that to the doctor, then I'm assuming that he thought that he was hot. So then I think I would wait. I probably wouldn't say anything, and then I would let the doctor bring it up to me. Because if it's not, okay, because if the doctor's not into it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Either he's not into him or he's whatever, he's not going to bring it up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then and then Manuel just go on your very life. But it's just kind of like a scene out of Nashville this week. Because in Nashville, they have this guy who has been on for a couple of weeks, and he's been hanging out with this other guy who's in this relationship with this girl. But I've been thinking to myself, I'm like, this seems a little weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not... And he's like wanting to go and spend a lot of time with him doing very masculine, macho things, going out motorcycle riding, going out, picking up girls and doing all of that stuff. And then they were, drinking one night and no one was around, and then he reached over to kiss him. And then he's like, oh, I don't know why I did that. I had too much to drink, and boom, boom, boom. And then the show ended, like that thing kind of ended. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how they play that out. Because I do think that happens. I think that there are guys that are friends with someone, especially gay guys, that are friends with
a straight guy.
But maybe not even friend. Maybe they're getting to know someone.
Right.
I think because once you're friends...
And they're thinking they're feeling a vibe. So they go for the first move.
So, yeah.
And when you're drugged on the shit that they give you at the doctor's office, well, fuck.
Yeah.
I mean...
I would say, can you bring some of that with you?
Right.
When you come over for dinner.
And handcuffs.
Okay. I'm just saying. Greg says, Manuel, are people posting wild stories on Facebook or wherever without making any attempt to validate the story or data presented represents reality? Well, I say that is the internet, and that is why I stay off Facebook.
Well, and that's what I was just gonna say. If there is some problem with the way that people post stuff on their Facebook, then why do you follow them?
Yeah, I just think that
you have the power.
Right. I think that people put a lot of stuff, and I think that if you're really interested in stuff, nothing that I read I take everything I read with a grain of salt.
Right. And you should. I mean, because there are three sides to every story.
Mine,
and mine.
And whoever else's.
Okay, so we're going to come back and talk about the three things that we did want to talk about.
Yes, we'll talk about those three things.
Those three things, and then we'll have more cocktails. Okay, we'll be right back. We're back. We had a nice little break, and now we're back, and we're going to talk about the 3 stories that we wanted to expand on from the comments that we received on your fabulous post on Facebook. The first time you've been on Facebook in probably, weeks. And
there's some inappropriate photos
well,
on here.
Girl. I would expect nothing less from you.
I was just noticing some of them.
Most of them probably from a Monday night at the Hole.
I'm going to stop coming to events. This was me. I like this photo though. I don't know if it'll come up. But the HRC, real quick, is an event that they're doing at Gossip Girl.
Gossip Girl, yes. The Her Masquerade.
Yes.
And what was the date again?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't remember either.
I'm going to look.
Oh, Lord.
Those are some boobs.
Shit.
Just saying.
Where was that?
That was here.
Oh, was it?
That was for their anniversary party. Shit.
Shit. The first one that was up there that we said we were going to talk about was Jason Collins. NBA.
The guy that came out,
The guy that came out.
Yes.
On Monday, Sports Illustrated.
Yes.
Ready, go.
I think it's very good. I was very excited. I thought that parts, as they're diving into more stuff, I think parts of it are very good. You know, I was like really touched that he wore the year that Matthew Shepard,
jersey.
on his jersey, and I thought that was kind of cool. So I don't know. I thought it was good. Then I watched an interview with his ex-fiancée. And I thought that was kind of interesting because she really didn't have anything bad to say about him.
No.
And almost felt more sympathetic, which I've said for a lot of people that that cannot come out or don't feel like they can come out.
Right.
So no, I think that it's good. And I think that all of his intentions were good.
And probably much more understanding now, knowing in hindsight the reason why perhaps maybe they were not. Their relationship didn't work out. Right.
Well, she got some closure for sure.
Correct.
I also was very excited that it was. I know I'll probably get hate mail for it, but I was also very excited that he didn't come out in a gay publication.
Right.
I thought that was excellent.
I was expecting it to be fairly mainstream. I thought it was great that it was Sports Illustrated.
Right.
But I was expecting it to be more like. Like a New York Times or something along those lines. But I thought it was
brilliantly done. I thought the whole thing was.
Were you surprised that it was an NBA player versus one of the other major of the 4 sports leagues? No. Well, I was surprised that it was NBA only because we had been hearing so much up to Jason Collins coming out about the NFL doing all of these things to prepare for a player that might come out and yada yada yada. So I was dead set that it was going to be a football player.
No, I think that the NFL is trying to. I think the NFL is trying to let everyone know that it is okay.
Right.
The NFL has taken a major hits for a lot of different things. They have all the head injuries things now. They have, they're just taking a bunch of hits. So I think from a public relations thing, I think that they're trying to say, look, we are
cut it off at that.
We are about the people, and I think that what people forget is all sports, all pro sports, is entertainment. Until you get to the pro sports, until you get to pro, so everything leading up to pro, I believe is sports. You know what I'm saying? I think that that's why college football, I think I like their games a little bit more. It's a little more raw. They don't have, it's
as many rules.
They don't have as many rules. They have rules to protect the players and whatnot, but they don't have all of the, everything past that then becomes entertainment. It's the same for race car driving, you take the NASCAR and all of that. You go out to a race in your local town, and those are, genuine raw races, and they're fun, and they're out there, and they're, doing all of that. When you watch NASCAR, though, I enjoy a NASCAR race. The winner is all about their sponsors and their this and their that. And that is what the NFL is as well.
Correct.
You know, you go to Qualcomm Stadium, you know, it's very money-driven sports.
You see the banners everywhere.
And it's the same, and I don't, you know, it's the same for baseball, it's the same for every sport. Once it becomes pro, it becomes a business.
Yes.
And I think that there is something that gets lost in that. Not that I am not a sports person, and not that I would not go because of it.
Right.
You just have to recognize that that's what it is.
Got it.
It's kind of like another example is why I don't watch American Idol anymore. When American Idol started, it was a raw competition. And now it is not. Now, you know, they're glamified. By the time they get to Hollywood, they all have their earpieces in. They all have stylists and sets.
And it's the Ford commercials and the Coca-Cola commercials and
So, you know, I think that people I think that I think I'm very proud of them, and I love my other thing that I thought was like really cool about Jason, I believe his name
Jason Collins,
is that you know, he's friends with some politicians that you know when he went to school with, and one of them marched that I guess knew that he was gay. It was his roommate, knew that had marched in a gay pride parade in Boston, and they were talking on the phone, and he had told him, you know, how jealous he was that he was able to go to the pride, the celebrations and stuff, and that when he came out, the politician, and I don't know the politician's name, otherwise I'd say it, called him and said, "I want to go with you this year because this will be your first pride."
It wasn't Bill, right? It wasn't Bill Clinton, because he went to college with Chelsea. So they were very close friends in college.
Right. No. This was another guy, this politician. They're going to go in Boston. So I think that's kind of cool. And
he's
what
a free
pride
agent.
is all about.
He's a free agent looking for a team now.
Yeah.
So do you think that there are going to be teams now that are clamoring for him, or teams that will stay away?
I don't know. I don't follow NBA very much.
I don't
so
either.
that I can tell you. I don't know.
When it happens now for another, say it's a baseball player or a football player.
I think that whatever sport it is, until there's a couple, it will be a big thing.
It will be a big deal.
I think that even if another NBA player came out, it will still be a big thing.
Right.
I don't think that his coming out is going to be...
So with that, there was, remember the Robbie Rogers, who was the pro soccer player. And I know soccer is not as huge, as, at least in the U.S. as it is everywhere else. Who retired and then the very next day came out of the closet and told his whole story, et cetera, et cetera. Apparently he is a very amazing soccer player, and he's still very young. He's 27 years old. Well, he has now been spotted training with the LA Galaxy. So he's thinking about getting back into the sport. So would he technically be the next one that is openly gay in a major league sport? I don't know. How do you feel about that? He retired, came out, and is now, I guess, going back in. I don't know. I don't know either. Do you think that there will ever be a openly gay NASCAR driver?
Yes.
I do too.
Yeah.
In fact, I think there are one.
That will be huge. Not openly gay.
I think there will be one.
Yeah, that will be huge.
Or I mean, not that there will
that
be. I think there are.
That I think will be bigger than the NBA player and an NFL player.
Right.
Because I mean, NASCAR is really followed by a much more rednecky.
A very niche.
Yeah. So that will be like really. I mean, look at when they had the women winner. I mean, that was huge all in its own.
Exactly.
So, they haven't even got over that yet. So
I am just curious what that whole fan in the stadium experience is going to be for that guy when he comes out, because I think it's going to be quite a different dynamic than going to, say, the Staples Center for an NBA game.
Right.
Or, I mean.
No, I agree. Yeah, that I think will be huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the next topic we were going to talk about was the twerking. Twerk. And you know what twerking is. I kind of had to explain what twerking is.
It's a dance.
Yes. It's the popping and locking up the booty and being able to move your cheeks in different directions. And there is a internet sensation named Caramel Kitten. I love her. she is like the most amazing twerker ever because she can make her ass cheeks clap and you can hear it.
Right.
Like literally. So here in San Diego at Scripps Ranch High School, a group or students from the journalism class got together and did a twerking video. And they used a camera from the school and they filmed it and put it on YouTube, and all of the students got suspended.
And they can't go to their prom, and they can't walk into
And they can't
graduation.
walk at graduation, correct.
Right.
So, and then now the promoter who is responsible for promoting the man who created twerking, the twerking phenomena, if you will, has offered them all free tickets to a concert that he has coming up on May 26th at Valley View Casino. And there's now this hashtag going around on Twitter, free the twerkers, or free the twerker 33 or whatever it is. Do you think that the school, by suspending them, because they were suspended, and they can't go back to school until Monday, from Tuesday to Monday, do you think it was too much punishment, or?
Nope.
Nope.
Because I don't think that this really has to do about twerking. What I think that this has to do about is a couple of years ago, it was a big thing, and I remember it, that all of the high schools, or in all of the schools, the elementary schools, all of the schools cracked down on inappropriate dancing at the dances and whatnot. They came up with a code of ethics for the school, that the schools wanted a code of ethics.
Correct.
This violated the code of ethics of the school. So I don't think that to me, it doesn't matter if they were twerking, or they were grinding, or they were doing whatever they were doing. It went against the school policy. So just because it is a popular thing right now, then go to the nightclubs and do it at the nightclubs.
Right.
Go off campus and do it off campus. But what they did was they did it on campus, and they violated the school decency policy and the code of ethics. So for that, absolutely they should be punished. Now, what I think is interesting, and like everything else, is they're being punished and rewarded. And that is kind of what I think a lot of people have come to, is that you can do something, and though you may lose something, you will gain something else. Notoriety, celebritism,
popularity, free tickets to a concert.
Free tickets to a concert. You're going to get that.
Right.
Now, what I think will be interesting is, what I would be interested in knowing is, to the 33, which is more important?
Right.
The tickets, or understanding what they did,
right,
and really paying the consequence, because they're going to pay the consequence for what they did. Their actions, they were inappropriate, and they violated their ethics.
Correct.
So,
and now it's going to be, and I don't know how many of these 33 had plans to go on to college, but now it's on their college transcripts.
Right.
So it is going to be part of their record as.
Like I've said 20 million times, there is always a consequence to every action you take.
Correct.
And I don't think that people ever look at that. And I think that maybe it's because I'm getting older. But I think, and I don't even want to say that. I believe that I have always, and that is something I've always done, and is I always have to look at the consequence. So what consequence will come out of this action? And which is more important? And I don't think that they've done that. That's all I have to say on the matter.
Fabulous.
What do you think? You never tell us what you think.
I do say what I think. I agree that there should be punishment. I definitely do. I mean, the fact that they did it on school grounds, and they did it with school property, and they uploaded it using school production, certainly they knew better. They all did. I think they all pretty much even admitted to it. However, I will say, given what it is and the circumstances surrounding the visual or image, I think that you kind of have to take every single situation individually, and I don't know. For me personally, I think it's a little severe. Suspension, fine. Detention, whatever. Not going to prom, not being able to graduate with.
Well, I definitely wouldn't let them into prom. I mean, they have this policy, and now we already know how they're going to dance.
I can guarantee you there's going to be some twerking at prom. I can almost guarantee it.
Well, I think that, and in all honesty, and I know a lot of people in education, principals and whatnot. I can almost guarantee you that there will be a huge consequence for that. And I watched some interview where they were talking about how this is affecting so many other kids because they're not going to win track meet, and this has really wrecked a lot. Wrecked other plans.
Sure.
I think that if they have a twerking mob at their dance. I think that they all need to realize, including the people that are going honestly to the prom, that the school like that can shut down the prom.
Sure,
and it
sure
could be
can.
done.
Sure can.
Done. And and they could do that for everything. So they could turn around and say, hey, look, at this event, this happened. So you know what? Their prom is over, and graduation, no one's walking.
Right.
And this is going on everyone's transcripts. So that is a consequence that I think that, we're going back to this. Those people that want to do that, they need to realize that by their actions, they're affecting the entire school now, or the entire class.
Correct.
Not just the people that want to be like, ooh, the teachers.
Imagine if that happened though. If they all did like this simultaneous twerk or something, and that happened where nobody was going to graduate because they fucked it all up at their prom. I mean, maybe they are. Maybe that's the statement they are trying to make because they think it's too severe of a whatever. I mean, I don't know. I'm just thinking about it in my age, in my perception. I love the twerking videos. I don't find it sexually suggestive or anything like that. Of course, I understand the whole action versus consequence thing. I just think it was a tad severe, given what it is.
Because what it is breaking.
Correct.
The rules.
It's breaking the rules.
Right. So
absolutely. Wasn't bullying or bringing a gun to school or threatening a teacher.
Those should all be. Those are all. I mean, so the rules are in place for that too. So to break that rule is okay, but to break this rule, let's be forgiving.
To break this rule is.
Because if you have, it goes. For my thing with this is it's the same thing as if they have the policies for the no shirts and the no gang things and yada yada yada.
Right.
And we want to be all uptight if someone wears something anti-gay. We're all, oh no, you can't do that. But then we want to be okay if they wear something that's positive for being gay. No. The rule is that you cannot wear something that possibly could offend somebody else. So the rule has got to be the same across the board.
I'm just looking at the article here. The Scripps Ranch High School student handbook specifically outlines its sexual harassment policy, which is why they were suspended, because it was considered sexual harassment. Prohibiting verbal, visual, or physical conduct of a sexual nature made by someone from or in the educational setting.
That's what they broke.
Students must sign a page in the handbook that states at Scripps Ranch High School, there is a zero tolerance for students who cause major disruptions at school or school activities. Any student who causes a major disruption will receive a 5-day suspension, a possible new school placement, and may be arrested.
Plain and simple. Which also, by the way, those people that are watching, because I'm sure there are, that's also school. That's also prom.
Correct. One parent, Mark Silverman, said there was a need for more tolerance.
So,
I just think that it's not that big of a deal. It was just expression, maybe overly expressive, I guess. That's what one parent said.
So we all have a right to carry a gun in the United States. We
right
do.
To bear arms, Second Amendment.
So, but we won't let a teacher carry a gun to school. Should we be more lenient because he has the right to carry that gun? But the policy says no guns. Because there's a teacher in San Diego right now that is facing those charges. He has the right to carry a gun. He has a permit to carry a gun. He carried his gun to school and he got arrested. Now, should we be more lenient because he has a permit to carry his gun? And
I guess I would just wonder if when he accepted the job at this school,
yep,
did they have this policy in place?
I'm sure, but it doesn't matter if they made the policy in place 5 years after he started. The policy is no weapons on campus.
No, I know, that's what I'm saying.
So it does. Yeah, that's a policy. That's today.
Right.
But he has the right to carry a gun. Now, because he has a right for a permit, he can carry the gun.
I get it. So your question is,
should we be more
should
lenient?
Their policy supersede the Second Amendment?
No. Should we be more lenient on him? Even though he broke the rule that says you cannot carry a gun. The gun he can carry it.
What happened? I don't know. He got arrested. He got arrested.
He got arrested and he lost his job and he is facing charges for carrying a weapon on a school ground. I would say, you know what? He has a permit to carry the gun. We should make an exception for him.
Interesting.
We're at 66 minutes.
I know, he's flashing. I don't even remember what the last thing was, but we did have a viewer comment that we wanted to get to. Can we get to our viewer comment because
yes,
it was
very good.
It was very sweet. I'll read this.
Good.
And I can't wait
to get my response.
To your response because I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. This came to us via email. A viewer from Denver wants some advice. I found your podcast on iTunes 2 months ago, very entertaining. For my morning walks, I laugh so hard, people must think I'm some sort of crazy. The most recent show, you were giving some advice to a viewer on how to tell friends if something about them is bothering you. Well, I need some advice of my own. I am 61, single, and have very few close friends.
I'm right behind you. I
live in Denver, a city with a fairly large gay community, yet I feel like an outsider. Many of my contemporaries have passed away or are retiring off to Arizona. I would like to go out dancing sometimes, but I don't feel comfortable going to gay bars anymore. I don't relate to the new generation or their music. I remember how I joked about being the old people at bars when I was young, but I'm tired of staying home on weekends. The internet seems full of people with questionable, dare I say, dangerous habits. Do you have any suggestions on how to meet like-minded guys around my age who still like to go out and have fun? I'm bored and terribly lonely. Any advice for me?
Well,
at 61 watching our show, props, dude. Yeah. Or listening to our show on your walk.
While you're out walking, that's what I say. I think that it is common. That thing is common everywhere. I mean, I really do. And we've talked about it a little bit before on, going out and whatnot. I think that we are lucky because the generational thing, because there is a music generational thing. And we're lucky here in San Diego because we have the Bear Nights and we have that. And those nights tend to play the music that we remember. So that is our kind of thing. What I would suggest for him is and I know they have a center in Denver.
They do, yes.
To figure out, and maybe you can contact the center there and figure out and form a group, form a party, if you will.
Oh yeah, like a social group.
Like a social group, or join up with somebody else that's doing something like the Bears. I mean, something along those lines, and start. Find a club there because they do have some great clubs.
Right.
Find a club that isn't too terribly busy on a certain weekend night, maybe once a month, and start a night. Because bars that are slow, I mean, I think we have to remember that bars that are slow, and a lot of bars are slow everywhere,
especially during the week.
Well, during the week or even on a Friday, Saturday, they're still slow. I mean, there are a lot of slower bars that you can start, go talk to the manager and say, hey, I have this. What do you think about...
I want to do a two-step something.
Yeah. Or anything. Yeah. That's what I would do. I would find a slower bar that, obviously I wouldn't do it at a dance club because they're busy on the weekends.
Right.
But find a smaller bar, go talk to the manager, say, hey, look, I'd like to have a bear night, or I don't know if he's a bear, but, have something. Because most bar managers will help you promote whatever event to get people in, because it's a win-win situation.
Correct.
So that's what I would do.
And
then invite me.
And then invite her. Well, and at 61, we have several groups here in San Diego. I don't know if they have them in Denver. You need to get on the internet and look. I know they
have Canasta.
Super happy about the internet. Yes, they do have Canasta. But we've got FOG, which is the Fellowship of Older Gays. We've got the 50 and Better Together program at the center. And I
can join that pretty soon.
Great. They all have their own little activity groups and social clubs and coffee dates, and maybe that's where you can start, like with the movie night or going to their coffee or going to one of their craft days or something.
Because I understand about the music thing.
Yeah.
Because the last time I watched In the Riches, I'm like, oh my god.
You're like, this ain't Deborah Cox.
I think I'm here to babysit.
Right. You're like, who are these bitches?
Yeah.
So I hope that helped you. Go to your center. That's a very good idea. And then go to the bars and ask them. They might know. Charlie's? Does Charlie's still open in Denver?
I do believe it is.
Try Charlie's. I don't know what kind of music you like, but whatever. So that's it.
And you have to do your little shout out.
I do want to do my shout out.
And I've got to go to Palm Springs.
So
shout out fast.
To give a shout out to my to students that I sponsored for the Night to Remember Prom, which is a fantastic night here in San Diego that I donated to this year, that is run by the ARC of San Diego, helping special needs kids have their own very special prom night.
Super important.
It's super, super fantastic. I got the photos of them and thanks from the parents, and they do this every year. You can find them on Facebook at thearcsandiego.com or go to anighttorememberprom.com and you can see all the videos there and you can donate for next year. So
yes.
Thank you very much for my letter and my photos. I appreciate it. I'm going to frame them. And that's it for us, I think.
Okay, all right. To Palm Springs.
We'll see you next week.